that you're lifting up something and taking it down, and then lifting it up and taking it down. So we'll do that. So the format is going to be, we're going to mix up the strength and cardio today, and some of the work's going to be repetitive, but you can add little modifications to it to make it fun and interesting. And then we're going to do a burnout round. We're going to do a wall sit now. It's exactly as it sounds. Then a burnout round is going to be little exercises. They don't feel like much when you just do them for a little bit, but because we're going to be doing them for a long time, it's going to start to be tiring and start to work your muscles more, and you can add weight or not. So anyways, you'll be experiencing that soon, so I don't suppose I have to explain much more. So if you want to wall sit and sit lower. And we have cat-cow, so we can get down on the ground. I'm going to do this in a plank, but you can do it on your hands and knees. I'm going to look a little bit more like inhale, exhale, but you can do this on your hands and knees. And I'm, you know when to inhale and exhale because you're familiar with this motion. Keep going. I gotta know what's next. Ah, yes, okay. Yeah, so keep moving on that, and then immediately flip around when you're done. We're gonna do bridge pulses. Come up into that bridge shape, and you can either stay up or you can go up and down. Up to you. And then the next thing after this is squats or squat jumps. So if you want, as soon as you hear the beeping start, you can start to get up and get into those squat jumps if you want. So you're welcome to go up and down or just stay up. I'm just going to stay up. It's kind of where I want to be right now. Up and about. And then just make sure that your head is not lifting off the floor. Okay. So you can do squats or little squat jumps. Just testing out my ankle today. So you can keep going. I took the rest time to get started. So if you want to do mini jumps, that might be good too. Maybe so you get a little bit more action in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. Okay, if you need to do movement while I'm getting ready for this, just do it. Like I kind of feel like swinging my legs around. So I'm just wearing these little shoesies because they make my ankle feel more stable when I'm doing stuff. Not because you have to. All right, so this one's going to be 10 sets, 60 on, 15 off. So that can be a little daunting, so feel free to break if you have to. I'm just trying to challenge myself in a cardio sense. And if I made a poor decision, I can always stop early. So you can always stop early. You can always tone things down. Tea, yummy. All righty. Okay, so we're going to start with the lunge pulses. After 30 seconds, it's going to go to a hop, and you're going to switch to the one. So it's going to look a little like this. You're going to go, and then I'll say switch, and you'll go like this. Okay? Oh, it didn't hurt that bad. Okay? And then the next one is squat. So you're going to squat here, really low like a chair pose. And then at 30 seconds, I'm going to say jump wide, and you're going to squat here. I'm just going to pulse most of today. And then the next one is a plank hold. And then at 30, I'll say, okay, switch, and you're going to go down to forearm plank. It's going to go a lot like that, where you're going to do variations. All right, I'm sure you figured that out. So we're going to start this right now. Lunge pulses. I'm going to start on my left leg, just because you like it. And then I'm keeping an eye on the time at the 30-second mark. So Feel free to just, you know, do your thing. Just pay attention to your breathing. And, you know, when you're in a lunge, the tendency is for the energy to go down and out. And I like to sort of bring it in a little bit, like I'm closing my legs as my feet are still planted. And then in 3 seconds, we're gonna jump. 2, 1, jump. Okay, okay. And we'll just keep going. And then these first 5 exercises will repeat into something that could be more intense. And if you need to make it more intense now, go ahead, but just know that it's getting more intense soon. So after this one is the squat, but it's more like a chair pose squat. And then you're gonna jump switch when this goes off to make it even, and then just go ahead and relax. Okay, so squats and chair, and then at 30, we'll hop out into a wide squat. Hooray. Okay, ready, set, and go. Squat form is really important. Your belly holds you up a little bit more with the lower you go. You can take your hands anywhere you want. I'm actually going to take this opportunity to stretch a little bit in my shoulders. And of course, you're breathing. And then I'm going to start pulsing in 3 seconds. We'll jump. 3, 2, 1, jump out and come right into it. You can have your hands wherever you want. I'm just going to throw them here and just make sure my shoulders are back as I do it so I'm not rounding forward. Remember to keep your tail wagging back. The weaker you start to feel, the more this starts to happen, so we want to avoid that. All right, then we're going to jump back in when this stops. 3, 2, 1. Now we got plank holds. Hooray for plank holds. Oh, joyous day. All right. And then we're going to go down to forearm plank afterwards. Okay, okay. Here we go. If you want to, you can make it more challenging by lifting up a leg, counting to 5 or 10, and lifting up the other leg. It's up to you. Just remember, you still have 45 seconds. And you could always practice doing different types of planks where you have your shoulder blades retracted and protracted. Okay, ready? We're gonna come down. We're not gonna hop though. Down to our forearms we go. And here we are. Breathing through your nose as best as you can. And then if you need to take your knees down for a moment, go ahead. Anything you can do to just keep going. Try not to like fully rest unless you're really dying or there's pain. 10 more seconds here. And then we're gonna stand back up again. 3. Fantastic. Okay, so, we're gonna sit. I'm sorry, we're doing core stuff now. So we're gonna do Navasana, like either in this shape or that shape. Leave it up to you. After 30 seconds, we're gonna go down to Ardha Navasana. So I'm gonna pick this for now, although you can hold the backs of your legs, but there's also core work happening here, so it's not just splooging out. You have some lifting of the low spine. You can do it however you want to with your arms. You just want to be breathing. And then in 3 seconds, we'll come down. 3, 2, and 1. And here's your hollow hold. A lot of people have to bend their knees for this to keep their low back flat. So feel free to do that. 20 seconds. 10. Then we will stand up for reals this time. Okie dokie. So we're going to do a 2-handed press. And I'm going to have an object. So you're lifting something over your head. Doesn't matter what or who you're lifting. You're just going to do it. And at 30 seconds, we're going to add a squat motion to it. We're going to redo all of these in some form. So if you don't have an object handy now, you will have a chance again in about 6 minutes. Okay, 3 seconds. We're going to squat down. 3, 2, 1. Squat down, lift up. You can use your legs a little bit here if you want. And we're halfway there. Then everything repeats. We go back to the lunges. Except this time, you're going to start with hops. And then you're going to slow down when you start to get tired. Because it's a full minute. I know I'm not going to be able to do a full minute. I'm going to go slow. Hops. So I'm going really slow, and I'm definitely babying my right foot. You can go faster if you want and do little ones or big ones. But for me, this is more being very careful. Still, you don't have to go fast. You're going for a whole minute. I'm doing a little pulse in between so I don't lose control and accidentally roll either of my ankles, really. Ooh. I think I have about 20 seconds left. Then we're going to go to those squats. They're going to be like hoppy squats. Not like a beer is hoppy, like bunnies are hoppy. Oops. Gotta bow out there. All right. 15 seconds to rest. All right, so hop squats. So start wide. It's easier that way. Yeah, I'm already tired. Going slow, so we can keep going. I'll monitor my injury. So if you have an injury, go slow, pause. 20 seconds. Next one is going to be planks to forearm planks. All right. Here we go. Why am I already in? I need to rest. All right, you can do this on your knees. Go down with the right, up with the right, and down with the left, up with the left. I might go faster if I had more sleep, but I didn't. So feel free to go faster than me. I'm going to pause for a minute. And then come back up. 15 seconds. Good. All right. We're going to come back down here again. We're going to go from our Navasana shape to the Ardha Navasana and back and forth. Your hands if you want. And I usually exhale here. Okay. The lower your legs are to the ground, the more challenging it will be. We're halfway there. Lots of breathing to be done, to be monitored. Almost there. 10 seconds. Whew. Okay, we get up and we do the thing with the weighted stuff. And yeah. So a little squatty action, not potty action, the difference. I'm having a little bit of a hard time breathing because my nose is a little stuffy. So I'm gonna go slower. Oh geez. Whew. Such fun. I'm not looking forward to having a 3-minute break at all. 10 seconds. Oh, breaks. All right, so the nice thing about the next thingamabob is, well, we get a break, but then the burnout round. So in a burnout round, it's what's considered really easy movements, but very tiny and focused. But you're doing a lot of them. Okay, get a minute here to get moving. Oh, gee. And have some of this tasty, refreshing water. Okay, so this next one is going to end up being 10 minutes total, and giving you till 12:23, by the way. Oh, don't get ready. Not yet. Yeah. 10 exercises, but we're doing 50 in 10 seconds. We've been doing a lot of 45s and 15s in the past, but today we're playing with taking less rest, because your rest time is it's always malleable based on how you're feeling, right? Cool, I'm gonna blow my nose and then I'll let you know the first couple of episodes. So we've got, what have we got today? We're starting with Pilates 100 in Navasana. So the Pilates 100 is basically, you're gonna have your legs down, but you're basically just gonna be doing this 100 times, but really we're going for 50 seconds. You will probably end up doing about 120 something, but it's okay. Then we do tricep pulses in a deadlift. So if you have a small object, great. You can be on the floor too, by the way. If you don't want to be bent over, you can be on your belly in a Superman. But it's just going to be a lot of this. So it's kind of like the Pilates 100, but instead of going this way, it's this way. I'm going to be holding my ankle weights. They're about 2.5 pounds each. And then we're going to do 2 wall sits in a row. So your thighs are going to get nice and toasty. And then we'll go from there. Okay? So Pilates 100 in Navasana. And then those little tricep-y goodness. I think I'm going to do the second pose in a Superman, but I just demonstrated the other option. So, okay, ready. Ha. Here we go. And actually, you know what? I think I'll do this. Okay, so here we go. So hopefully this feels shorter because the last one was 60 seconds and these ones are 50. I hope they feel shorter, at least to start. So you're welcome to be here, by the way. That's where it typically starts in a beginner Pilates. And then eventually you get all gymnastics-y, you do this. When you're doing this, there's a difference between having your shoulders high and your shoulders low. So just notice that difference. We are almost there. So easy. We've got this. And then the next one you're doing is the tricep ones, right? So you can stand up and do that deadlift shape, or you can do this in a Superman. Same idea. Weights or no weights, it's up to you. Weights are heavy. Lock out your elbows. And keep your legs together if you want. You can drop your forehead if you keep the rest of your body up. Whew. And then the more you squeeze your arms to your side, the more and I'm kind of squeezing in and up. I don't know if you can see that, rather than just all up. So you can do that too. My triceps are already feeling a little upset. In a good way, in a good way. Almost there. 10 seconds. Almost there. So remember, go ahead, keep going. We've got our sit. You can sit against the wall. I'll do this angle. You can have your hips level with your knees or higher. Lower spine too. We're doing 2 of these in a row with a 10-second rest. I was going to hold a weight in my lap, but it's all good. And then you can even practice your posture. Instead of your arms forward, maybe pull them back. It's a lovely day in the neighborhood. Notice if you're keeping most of your weight in the fronts of your feet, the sides, or your heels, and just check in with that. Maybe you can distribute your weight differently for different muscle groups to work. 10 seconds. If you don't want to take the break, you don't have to, I suppose. I'm going to. So one more wall sit. If you want, you could do calf raises in your wall sit. Okay. If you do calf raises in your wall sit, make sure your knees don't splay out. That hurts my ankle, so I'm not gonna do that, but I see 2 pretty cardinals. And you know, when they're pretty, they're boys. 2 pretty cardinals. Every morning I wake up around 6 or 7. I usually go back to sleep. Not today. And I hear the woodpecker. He was out again this morning. Just drumming away. We are 15 seconds away from another rest and a different exercise. I can make wall angel. Wall angel. 3, 2, 1. What's next? Oh, lunge. No. Oh dear. We've got, yeah. So, oh no. Get on the ground. Sorry, my bad. Right leg is up, and then your left foot is arranged in a bridge, and then you're gonna come up. And then are we doing this on the other? Yeah, okay, we're doing a full 50 seconds on each side. Have fun. So watch what your left leg is doing. Again, if you keep your weight in your heel, that might be more advisable, especially for knees. And notice if your left knee wobbles back and forth to left and right. Try to keep it pretty steady as you do this. that. Okay, and then you're doing the next side. So put your right foot down and your left leg up. It's like the hokey pokey. Okay, so again, same thing with your right side. It is pretty normal for people to have very different strength in this shape from right to left. Just because, I mean, it's using the center of our body, right? So the center of our body, all movement passes through the center of our body. So anything we do that's one-sided will pass through here, right? Why is this side higher? I don't know. No idea. I didn't make the rules. Okay, so we're almost done. Maybe you catch yourself putting your weight on the inside of your foot. All right, now we have the up lunges now. Yes. So you can do pulses with a hop, or you can step forward, step back. 1, 2, 3, hop. 1. Yeah, that didn't work so well. Hop. Or you can step forward, step back. I'm going to do the step forward, step back. I'm having stability issues, also known as faulty balance. So if you want to hop your little heart away, get your heart pumping. After this, we have one of my favorite exercises that I do in bar classes. I was thinking of doing a bar cardio class next week. Okay, so you're going to stand or be on your hands and knees, up to you. Right leg goes up to the side, so you could be on your hands and knees. Circle. And yeah, you're doing 50 seconds each side, and I'm going to tell you to switch directions at 25. So you can be on your hands and knees when you do this, depending on your preference. I usually inhale and I lift the leg up, and exhale on the kickback. I'm also going to switch legs now. Try to keep, not always successful, but I try to keep my knee and my ankle level. The tendency is for like the knee to drop because it's easier. So trying to keep your knee as high as your ankle. And then we're going to do this again. We'll switch sides in the middle again. I was going to do 50 seconds on each side, and my back started to hurt, so it got changed because of me. Right leg. Oh, and let's go the other direction. So before we went up to the side and back, now we're going up to the side and forward. La, la, la. All right, we're going to switch right here. It's especially good if you sit a lot. In fact, doing like a couple sets of these a day can make a big difference in the sitting body. Oh, we've got one more after this. So you squat until you drop, maybe literally. So you're gonna do squat hops, which means chair pose or goddess pose. And you're just gonna jump out and in, or in and out, as I just did, in and out. And you go really fast and stay low, which actually feels better on my ankle. Or you can do big jumps, up to you. So whatever works for you. You can do funky arm motions. You can, you know, little side to side. At this point, it's not even squats anymore. 10 seconds. I'm just jumping around. Whee. All right. You can stop what you're doing. And we will be stretching. If you're sticking around, I will be fixing my hair or not. Feel free to get a drink if you're stretching with me. We're going to sit kind of loosely here and just pull the heel back. So heel does not have to touch any part of your body. It's really just what feels okay to you. So if this rotation is happy in your body, you can rotate in or you can rotate out. So when I go out, I feel more of a stretch. Everyone's going to be different. So whatever you can do. If you need to stand up and do it like the old runner stretch, that's fine too. It's all good. I'm just lazy. So from here, you can reach back too. You can do it with your leg extended as well. That will also give you a big opening. And then from there, we'll switch sides. So explore, because one side could be different and I can't pull from my ankle. So you might see me grab my shin. You can do whatever you need to. And again, play around with rotation because you are different than me in some ways. And then again, you can stand up and do this. And walk your hands back. All right. Then I have us do a nice side stretch, but we're going to take it in deer pose. So we were just sort of sitting in deer pose. We're going to take it from deer pose and go back. The right leg is in front. That's the side you're stretching towards. Ow. Almost took off my fingernail. So, and then you want to try to keep your inner left knee down if you can. So you're trying to stretch the left side body. So you might have to go, maybe you go way down, maybe you don't. It's okay. But you're still breathing. And then after you do that, you can circle around forward, bending your knees more if your body asks you to do so. And then you can go towards the open side of your legs. And then we switch, we go to our left. Hand support is fine. If you happen to be able to go all the way down comfortably, you can. And then the inner right knee kind of presses down towards the floor. And the right arm stretches as far overhead as it can. Whew. And when you're done with that side, and come forward for a little bit, and then towards the open side. Good. All right. We're going to kneel for a moment. I'm gonna kneel on my mat because that is, so you know, like whenever I'm teaching a yoga class and anybody in the class is named Neil or Matt, I always feel kind of bad because their names get said a lot in a yoga class. I just wonder if they're able to tune that out, because if my name was being said, I'd always have to be like, what? So from here, I have my feet like this because I have to, but you can stretch yours out. So just gonna take a nice big stretch here. Interlacing your fingers is fine. You don't have to have them leave your body. You could actually use them as a little fulcrum. Otherwise, here is good. And then if you want to, you can take a partial, like if you have a block, I take partial camel where I go on one side and I go up. You might have an object or a chair or a couch somewhere nearby where you're able to do that. On the other side. There we go. And then how about child's pose? Because why not? I never thought I could say that child's pose hurts or is the hardest pose for me to do, but right now it is. Knees together or apart, it's up to you. And then we're going to morph child's pose into puppy pose. So press a little bit of your arms and or hands into the ground. So you have just a tiny bit of engagement in your shoulders. And then from here, I like to take my arms and torso, bend it to the left, give the right side a big open space for breathing and stretching. And then I'll move it over to the right. Good. And then the last thing we'll do here, you can sit or stand or do anything you want for this portion. We're gonna take the arm across. If you want to eagle arm it, you can. I'm just gonna go with the old forklift motion. And you notice that the positioning of your shoulder changes things, right? So like here's one stretch, and then like an inch lower, lower that. And you can even pull all the upper body over to your left. Unless you're stretching your left arm, then you go the other way. And then we'll take the left arm. And again, you get to play around with high shoulders. And then in the middle, and down, and over, over, okay. And then give yourself a hug, because why not? My hugs are a little creaky, but it's good. Okay, that's it. I'll leave you to your mischief for the rest of the day. So seeing as how all of the news and information I'm getting is that public classes are not going to be a thing for a while, and if they are, they're going to be really limited in size. So hopefully we'll keep doing this. And I hope you had some fun. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Take care of yourself. Get some sunlight.